Hi, Guy Ardito here, and today I want to talk about the cost of regret. And it comes up for me because I was with a good friend of mine a few days ago, and she was really upset, and she was actually started crying for the better part of half an hour. And the reason for this was that a relative of hers died. And for background, she's from overseas, and she came here with her parents as a child, around 11 years old, and she didn't really want to leave her home in Europe to come to America. But she's 11 years old; she can't stay by herself. And she's in her 30s now, and a relative of hers died, and they were getting together for a funeral, and she really couldn't make it. And that was just bringing up all these feelings for her about not being there anymore, not being with the family that she left behind. And she was deeply moved, deeply upset, and kept talking about it. At first she was bitter, but now she's just full of regret, and she didn't know how to get past that. And I'm not going to talk about her anymore, but the point is that she was so full of regret at her life taking this turn that she couldn't see all the good things that were in her life right now, things that came only as opportunities that were offered by her being in this country. And that doesn't mean that she couldn't have had a good life back home. But the bottom line is that she's not there. She's had the last 20 or so years here in America. And by continually being present, or I should say, whenever she's present to the regret of not being home, then she's not able to be present to all of the gifts and abundance around her right now, to her family, to her friends, to the career that she enjoys and is fulfilled by. And that is the cost of regret. It robs us of the juice of life. We all have mistakes, quote unquote, that we make, that we wish, we didn't do. And sometimes things happen to us outside of our control, and we can feel remorseful or regretful of those. And that's normal. It's human nature, and I'm not saying you should never have those feelings. But when you stay in those feelings, it prevents you from enjoying where you are, prevents you from moving forward. And that is going to have the additional consequence of preventing new opportunities from coming into you, because you have to be open. You have to be as positive as possible in general for people who want to work with you, for people to want to be with you. And when you're stuck in the past, feeling upset about it, then you're not going to be effective at work. You're not going to be effective with your employees or with your managers. You're not going to attract people to want to work with you. And in your personal life, you're not going to want to attract people to be with you or to stay with you. And even if any of that stuff wasn't important, even for pretty much everyone it is, but even if that wasn't important, it's going to keep you by yourself feeling bad, feeling like there's a giant missing in your life that you can't do anything about. And the reality is that the only way to get past that is to look at where you are, to see what you've learned. And you can imagine how your life would have been different had whatever circumstance you're regretful about not occurred. But you have to look at where you are and the journey that you followed, and where maybe you can use that regret, if that's the word you want to use, to fuel your drive to what you want to do differently now and in the future, what you might want to bring into your life, what skills you might want to develop, what kinds of people you might want to reach out to and be with. So that is a trick. You can't just make it disappear, because that reality, that experience will have always been with you, but you do have a choice as to what you do with it. So find a way to be positive about it, to see how you can use that to make your life better now, to bring new things in, to make other people's life better. Because at the end of the day, it's really not about just how we're happy, what we do for ourselves, but how we contribute to our community, how we contribute to the world, how we make the whole big thing around us a better place. And that really is the goal of life. And the more we do that, the more it tends to come back to us. And I really want you to think about that. So whenever you're feeling bad about something that happened to you, whether it's something you did or something outside of your control, just take stock of where you are and think about how you can use that to move forward. What skills can you develop to prevent that from happening in the future? How can you help other people who have been experiencing that to do better, to get past it? Look outside yourself. Look outside the box of you. Expand your vision. Give back. You will feel better. Your life will be better. So I hope that was useful to you. Right now it's the holidays, so I hope if you're watching it in real time that you're enjoying the holidays. If not, I hope you're enjoying whatever's going around you right now. Again, if you're interested in any of my programs or coaching, just go to GuyArdito.com. In the meantime, let me leave you with this. Love your business, love your life.